Welcome to Q&A, Social Security Disability Today. This program is brought to you by the Reeves Law Firm, representing you and your Social Security and disability needs. If you have a problem or questions regarding Social Security and disability, call attorney Anthony Reeves. Here's your host, attorney Anthony Reeves.
Workers' compensation. I get this question a lot. I'm applying for workers' compensation. How can a workers' comp case help my case for disability benefits? I've talked about this in prior videos in the past, but every now and then it comes up and I have to kind of give a refresher. Let me explain to you the nature of workers' compensation. Typically, workers' compensation operates on the premise that you are being compensated financially, typically, because you have sustained a workplace injury. Now, the reason that I tell people that it can help you is that it depends on the extent of the injury. But one thing that's nice, and people, oh God, you'd be surprised how many times I hear people grumbling, oh, it's the doctors or the employer, the doctor is in the employer's pocket. And I'm like, look, let's be real about this. The employer's doctors have an incentive to get you back to work. This ain't no cake situation. They don't want you sitting there riding off into the sunset, with them shooting you a couple of dollars. Their desire is to get you back to the point where you are able to, quote unquote, return back to gainful employment. So the nice part about workers' comp is that a couple of things. One, invariably you're going to doctors. If you don't have the medical insurance to go to the type of doctors you need for the injury you sustain, that's what workers' comp is for. Two, you're going to specialists. Awesome. Social Security tends to give greater weight to the opinion of specialists. So if you hurt your back and you're going to an orthopedic surgeon or a neurologist, those things are awesome. Or a pain management doctor, spectacular. Assessments. Invariably, workers' comp will typically do some types of assessments regarding your limitations. This is great. Social Security wants to know how you are limited by your condition. So guess what? If you've got a condition that limits you significantly, that somebody can specifically tell Social Security how much you can lift, push, pull, stand, walk, creep, crawl, the whole nine. This gives them more information that could be great towards helping your case. Keep in mind, workers' comp, Social Security have two totally different missions, but don't treat workers' comp like it's the villain in this case if you're thinking about applying for disability benefits. Now, let me kind of check one thing here. All this medical evidence can be utilized towards helping your case. So just keep in mind this. The one thing that's nice about workers' comp is that it is detailed, and it's detailed and it's consistent. That's the two biggest things that I like about workers' comp, is that you're usually going for treatment on a consistent basis, and they are very detailed about getting an idea as to what's causing you the problems and what limitations you have. And depending on how severe those limitations could be used to demonstrate that you're disabled.